Imagine walking into a luxury car dealership, slapping down $2,000 for their absolute highest tier model, and finding out they decided to remove the steering wheel simply because it made the dashboard look a little bit too bulky. That is essentially the exact strategy Apple is supposedly running with for their upcoming folding phone. You would naturally assume that dropping that kind of cash gets you the ultimate device, the kitchen sink of smartphones. But according to the latest supply chain whispers, that premium price tag is actually buying you far less phone than you have right now. Now, before we dive into this graveyard of missing features, I need to explain where these rumors are actually originating, because this is not just some random internet speculation board. We are talking about physical machine dummy models leaked by reliable industry heavyweights. If you are not familiar with the bizarre underworld of smartphone manufacturing, accessory makers basically get these perfectly measured chunks of metal many months in advance globally. Millions of dollars in phone case sales depend on these precise dimensions being flawlessly accurate down to the microscopic millimeter. And these dummy units are painting a very concerning picture. The whole reason this digital massacre is happening comes down to a complete obsession with making things ridiculously, incredibly skinny. Apple is seemingly chasing a bizarre design record, aiming for a device that is roughly 4.5 millimeters thick when unfolded. It is an engineering marvel, absolutely, but the sheer desperation to achieve that paper-thin aesthetic means the internal space is basically non-existent. Every microscopic fraction of a millimeter is prime real estate, and it turns out your favorite daily conveniences just could not afford the rent. And I will get to the biometric downgrade that truly surprised me in a second, but let us start with the cameras. If you consider yourself a pocket photographer, this first compromise is going to seriously, genuinely sting you today. The back of this ultra-premium device only houses 2 lenses. You are getting a standard wide and an ultra-wide, that is it. The exact same basic optical setup you would find on a baseline, entry-level device. The dedicated telephoto lens is completely absent. That means no beautiful, compressed portrait shots, no optical zoom at a concert, and no sneaking a crisp photo of a whiteboard from the back. You are officially stuck with digital crop zoom. And honestly, that feels incredibly frustrating when you look across the aisle. Competitors have been building massive, gorgeous folding phones for years, and they managed to pack 3 or even 4 phenomenal camera lenses onto the back without breaking a sweat whatsoever. To make matters worse, whispers are circulating that the quest for thinness might even claim the stereo speakers, leaving us with a single bottom-firing audio setup. But the audio and cameras are just the beginning of the sacrifices here. Let us talk about muscle memory. If you reach into your pocket right now and grab your device, your thumb instinctively knows exactly where the volume rockers are currently located. They have lived quietly on the left edge for decades. Well, unfortunately, not anymore. Because the entire motherboard of this new foldable is shoved entirely into the right half of the chassis, routing cables across the hinge was deemed impossible. So the volume controls have totally migrated. They are now sitting awkwardly at the top right edge, making this phone feel much more like holding a miniature tablet than a traditional smartphone. But the total relocation of your volume control is honestly overshadowed by looking at the rest of that left edge, because it is totally, completely, and utterly barren. Remember how they made a massive theatrical deal about the customizable action button just a little while ago? They completely retired the iconic mute switch and told us this new programmable key was the absolute future of digital convenience forever. Yeah, it vanished. There is no mute toggle anywhere now. There is no custom action button. There is literally nothing. For the very first time in brand history, there is no physical shortcut to silence your device. If you are walking into a movie theater, you are going to have to manually wake up the screen, swipe down the control center, and digitally tap a silent mode icon every time. And if you think unlearning your physical volume buttons is going to be annoying, wait until you hear how you are supposed to actually unlock this thing. This is the change that is going to truly divide the room completely. Since the launch of the 10th generation, we have all been incredibly spoiled by simply glancing at our screens to authenticate bank transfers or unlock hidden photos. It happens so fast we barely even register it as a security step. But that invisible magic requires a very deep, very complicated array of lasers and infrared sensors to work properly today. Those sensors currently live safely inside that little dark pill-shaped cutout at the top of your screen. But a device that is 4.5 millimeters thin physically cannot house that chunky cluster of biometric hardware. The math simply does not work. So facial recognition is dead here. To solve this, the engineers are literally reaching a decade backward into the archives and resurrecting the old fingerprint scanner. But because they cannot put a button on the front of an edge-to-edge display, they are cramming the scanner right into the side power button. If you have ever used a phone with a side-mounted fingerprint reader, you already know the absolute chaos this brings to routines. You are constantly unlocking the device by accident just by pulling it out of your pocket. Asking consumers to shell out thousands for a futuristic luxury item only to force them to use a biometric system from several years ago is genuinely kind of funny. Now stick with me here. If you look at the back of these leaked dummy blocks, there is a glaring omission. Usually these metal blocks have distinct grooves carved into them to show case manufacturers exactly where to align magnetic charging rings. But this dummy is completely smooth. There is zero evidence of magnetic ecosystems. The harsh reality is that stacking a dense copper wireless charging coil and a heavy ring of magnets right on top of a folding battery requires depth. Depth that this ultra-thin design simply refuses to offer. So you can say goodbye to your floating bedside charging stands entirely today. And speaking of old-fashioned necessities being thrown out, international travelers are going to absolutely hate this final missing piece. Global leaks point to the complete removal of the physical network card tray worldwide. While digital alternatives are totally fine if you live in a major Western market, a massive portion of the globe still heavily relies on physical chips. It is entirely possible you could buy this luxury device and be completely unable to activate it abroad. It honestly feels like prioritizing a television commercial over actual human functionality. Sometimes, the most innovative thing you can do is nothing.